excited to be with you. So excited to share this news with you. Look, I tried to before I went to the health club. It's a huge breaking story out of Arizona, but man, it kept kicking me off. So hopefully this works. Maybe YouTube's upset with me again. They're always upset with me. Anyways, I love y'all. Good to see ya. Please do smash that like. Do chat in with where you're from so I can see who's on the stream. While people are joining, I will mention my sponsor really quickly. That's Midas Gold. MidasGoldGroup.com. Folks, get yourselves some real money. In turbulent economic times, you want to hold on to real, physical, tangible assets. And as other countries are rushing to gold, you want to do that same thing, because that's what our Galdar. Jonathan, good to see you on. So anyways, Jonathan, good to see you there. But Midas Gold Group, you can text Lumberjack to 232-425 or call them at 480-360-3000 to get good deal, a free silver with a qualifying order. It's fantastic. Anyways, folks, I have just a huge story here. I've got a couple other stories too, but I'm going to get right into the big news. And this is out of Arizona. And how many of you are from Arizona out there? Just see who's on there. AC Cruz, good to see you on. So here's the thing. The U.S. Supreme Court, not the Arizona Supreme Court, not a federal court, not an appeals court. The United States Supreme Court just voted to reinstate a provision from an Arizona law that requires voter participants to provide, get this, documentary proof of citizenship when getting registered to vote. Let me repeat that again. The U.S. Supreme Court has just ruled to reinstate a provision from an Arizona law that requires voter applicants to provide documentary proof of citizenship when getting registered to vote. This is colossal, people. I don't think people... Look, if you haven't followed my channel since 2020, you don't know how colossal this is. And then go back to 2022 and follow all the shenanigans there. And people, we know right now it's happening in Texas because Ken Paxton is down there finding out that illegals are registering to vote in the state of Texas. So if you think they're going to be that brazen in Texas, they're going to be that brazen in Arizona. Now, BB Rhodey just asked a question. So is this nationwide or just in Arizona? The answer is it's just in Arizona. But the beautiful thing about a Supreme Court ruling like this is it can be applied as case law throughout the nation. Okay? You guys get this? I mean, do you understand that this is a United States Supreme Court ruling? So this can now be other smash that like. There's 625 of you on. We have got to get this story out, because here there's going to be an action step for you. Okay? So to make it nationwide, other states then have to bring suits or citizens group, stuff like that, okay, to make that actually happen, okay? But listen to this. This overruled the decisions from the lower court judges who blocked the law. From here on out, proof of citizenship will now be required for new voters using a state voter registration form. This was a story shared by my good friend George on X. Now, I know what you're all thinking. If you're thinking ahead on this right now, you're thinking, who's going to enforce this? Folks, I'm glad you asked that question. I'm glad you asked. Okay? Thank you so much. I see that you guys are sharing this and posting it to Facebook. It's good. We got to get this story out. But, and smashing the like is the biggest thing you can do right now. You will watch the number of people on jump up when you smash that like button. But here's the thing. I'm so glad you asked, because who could enforce this law? Let me see who knows in the chats. Who can enforce this law? It's also an elected office. Okay? An elected official could enforce this law. That elected official is who? Also, folks, you need to be involved as election judges, poll workers, that type of thing. The sheriff, that's right. The sheriff. The sheriff, the sheriff, the sheriff. So all of these counties across the U.S., sheriffs can then work. So you have got to contact your sheriff. They're an elected official. And you have got to ask them to be enforcing voter laws. You know, let them know your concern is that illegals are going to be voting in the election. Felons will be voting in the election. Heck, dead people will be voting in the election. I know they can't arrest a dead person, but the person, I don't know, can dead people really vote? Anyways, folks, this is a big, big win. This is the biggest news I've seen all day. And there's other great stories, folks. Like, there's this guy I follow on X, and he did the top 10 most embarrassing moments from the DNC. And they do this every day because it's just full of them. It is just epic amounts, okay? So I am going to share, this is a Texas sheriff. Now, this is a resurfaced video, and it reveals the Texas sheriff who just endorsed Kamala at the DNC was urging her and the Bidens to fix the border crisis in 2022. So I'm going to share this video with you. Now, this is absolutely wild. Okay, so I got to kind of just, I'm in the truck here, so.
On the other hand, has been fighting border crime for years. She's gone down to Mexico and worked to stop the traffickers. And when the traffickers didn't stop, she put them in jail.
Tell us about what you are asking for. What are your needs?
Well, right now, thank you for having me first off. Right now, what I'm asking for is for the president or a member of his administration that can make decisions to come down and talk to not just me, but at least 12 other Texas sheriffs from major counties in the state of Texas that are dealing with this issue firsthand. So I'd like to see somebody from Washington come down here, get boots on the ground, get eyes on the issue at hand, and then talk to us, a bipartisan group of Texas sheriffs that are really taking a common sense approach because we have to. Now, Kamala on the other hand.
And now Kamala on the other hand, I'm telling you folks, you got it. I mean, Kamala's the best on the border. What the hell is going on? The gaslighting is so unbelievable on this stuff. But I'll show you an even crazier clip, okay? This one is absolutely wild, okay? And this is Gina Raimondo. She is the United States Secretary of Commerce for Biden and Harris. So we are talking about the Secretary of Commerce. And I don't know if you guys have seen this clip, but I'm going to share this with you too. This is wild, okay?
Donald Trump is already addressing this on the campaign trail. So let's take a listen to that one together.
The administration padded the numbers with an extra, listen to this one, 818,000 jobs that don't exist. So they said they existed, and they never did exist. They built them up so that they could say what a wonderful job they're doing.
So when you hear that, do you potentially think that this new numbers could be a liability for this campaign?
No, when I hear that, first of all, I don't believe it because I've never heard Donald Trump say anything truthful.
It is, though, from the Bureau of Labor.
Okay, did you guys catch that? This Gina Raimondo being told, look, the administration inflated jobs by 818,000. and she doesn't even know. She's the Secretary of Commerce, folks. This is an organization of inept idiots, okay? And then she says, nothing that Donald Trump says is true. It's from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. It's from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. Hold on. Which probably is slanted to the left already, okay? But now watch. Let me just let the rest of the video play here.
I'm not familiar with that, but
I'm not familiar with that. She's not familiar with the revision downward of 818,000 jobs. Okay? She was actually the former governor, I think, of Rhode Island. Anyways.
Donald Trump is already.
I just, you cannot make this stuff up, folks. I mean, we are at a critical juncture here in our nation. We cannot have idiots running the show anymore. We cannot have unqualified I almost said it, dip stuffs, okay, running this thing because they are driving our country into the dirt, okay? So anyways, I just, hey, Rhonda, first-time election judge, congratulations. Everybody give Rhonda a hand clap in the chat, okay? Because that's awesome. I mean, being an election judge, dipwads, thank you. Dipsticks. I was going to use something more colorful. It came to mind. I mean, I'm sorry. It happened. Every once in a while, slip. Anyways, folks, Arizona, that is such huge news. Don't negate that at all. We are having so many election integrity wins. One of the most frustrating things was about the 2020 cycle was how many wins Mark Elias was getting. And if you don't know who Mark Elias is, he is a Democrat lawyer. He is their election lawfare. I can't stand the guy. Anyways, it's not about, making sure that every legal vote counts. It's about making sure every vote counts. That's what that dude is all about. Anyways, Republicans are finally learning how to fight on these legal battles, which is a big thing. Another thing I should let you guys know, I don't drink Jack Daniels, but apparently Jack Daniels. So you think about all these companies, Jack Daniels, John Deere, Harley Davidson, was an Advance Auto Parts the other day. All these ones that are going woke. Well, apparently Robbie Starbucks is the guy on X who's been kind of outing all these companies. People are sending him internal memos from the company. Well, apparently Jack Daniels jumped out in front of it because their internal memos were being leaked. And so they jumped out in front of it. And before he could even post, they start, we're not doing DEI anymore. Folks, we are finally learning how to boycott and fight and win. We are having wins all over the place on corporate America. We've got to keep that up. We cannot let wokeism win. We just can't have it, okay? We have got too great of a country. We have too great of an opportunity here to save this nation. Folks, get involved. Don't give up. And go support Mike Lindell, a true election integrity warrior, by using mypillow.com/lumberjack for big savings. He brought back the extravaganza, $25 deals abounding over there, okay? As well as that new mattress topper with all the pressure points. It's only $69.99, I think, for a queen. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure that's it, though. And in addition to that, free shipping on orders over $75, folks. Go support Mike Lindell. I'll see you on the next episode. All right. Peace out.